After approaching 100 strangers in only 7 days, my aura changed. Literally, I've become a completely different person just from that experience. And the experience that I'm talking about is when I went to Mombasa about a month ago. Now, a month back, I went to Mombasa just to clear my mind and to also practice my social skills. Try to get into a new environment so that I can boost my confidence in the shortest time possible. So when I went there, first of all, I just wrote down a couple of notes of things that I did when I was there. So the first thing that I did was I decided to let go of my identity. So when I went there, I became a completely different man. All the things that I believe about myself, I decided to leave them here in Uganda, just leave them behind and just focus on the kind of man that I want to be. Who do I see myself as? Not who have I been in my life. Oh, maybe, I've been a shy person. Maybe I've been somebody who is not so confident. I've been somebody who is, kind of timid. I let that go. All those beliefs, I just put them to the side. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a completely new person. So I decided to just embody the kind of beliefs that would help me be more social in that new environment. For example, I believe that I was a confident person. Most of my life, I've always thought, I'm somebody who is kind of introverted. But taking this trip and putting in all those reps made me believe that I was a confident person. You know what I mean? So I shifted the way that I look at myself. I was like, okay, if I was to be the most social person on that trip, what would I have to believe and what would I have to embody? Confidence, maybe freedom, having a lively voice, you know what I mean? Having a good posture, good open body language, all that stuff. All this is stuff that I needed to embody in this new identity that I was creating for this trip. All right. So now, after letting go of my old identity, what I did was I started to speak to everybody that I saw every single day. So this includes the cleaners, this includes motorists, like people who are just on the roadside people. This includes policemen, askaris, soldiers, whoever I saw, I was speaking to them, right? And this was so that I could put in the reps and to become warm, right? Because you cannot be very, very social if you're not warm. And for you to be warm, that means to put in those initial steps, those initial reps, right? The step by step. Hello, hi, how are you? Hello, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hey, how's your day? Good evening, good evening. All those are initial steps. Those are the things that will make you more confident. So you start, warming up, speaking to people every single day, right? Every day that I woke up, I was like, yo, why is my phone falling? My phone is falling, guys. Chat, the phone is falling. Let me move it behind a bit. This is a weak tripod right here, man. Phone is falling, blood. You get me? Anyways, started speaking to people every day, every single day, putting myself in those situations to speak to random strangers, treating everybody like they're my equals. You know what I mean? Like we are all equal. Not looking down on people and trying not to speak to people, all that stuff. No, that's bad. That's very negative mindset. Looking at people like this is somebody who is just like me. Maybe they're going through a different experience, but they're just like me. So I greet them and I show them respect, right? That's the second thing that I did. Then I started to cold approach, like proper cold approaching and overcoming fear. This came when I was warm, right? After speaking to all these strangers every day, whenever, let me tell you, every single day I would speak to strangers, like from morning till evening. Whoever I meet, I speak to. Now, throughout the day, you become more and more warm. And even throughout the trip. Now, throughout the trip, you become more warm, literally. So what I mean by this is, throughout the day, like from the morning, I'll be warming up, speaking to people, greeting this guy, greeting that guy. And then eventually, I'll feel warm. And in the evening, I'm approaching like fearlessly. Cold approaching women, talking to guys, talking to everyone that I see, just like cold approaching, walking up to people like cold, like dead, just like walking up to people to introduce myself and to also find out about them, to learn something about them, all that stuff. Then also, not just during the day, but over time, you get more and more warm. So in the first days, I spent 7 days in Mombasa. In those first days, I was kind of cold because it was a new environment, new people, new faces, new energy, new vibe, everything like that. You're kind of cold. You're not so ready to go crazy, if you know what I mean. So eventually, I became more and more warm, speaking to more people. In the first few days when I was speaking to the people, I was cold. Then eventually I became more warm, meaning I was able to do more impossible feats, social feats, like speaking to people in public, walking up to people, walking up to women, baddies. You know what I'm saying? Just walk up to a baddie. I'm like, whoa, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Just like randomly. You feel me? Doing things that would be considered impossible for most young men. I was able to do them because I warmed up slowly by slowly. So I started to speak to everybody that I saw, and I started to cold approach fearlessly, bro. Putting myself in that fearful situation of just walking up to somebody. What am I gonna say? Oh my God, how are they gonna react to me? How are they gonna think of me? Oh my God, wow. All those fears, I had to overcome them by just putting myself, but just diving into the pool. You know what I mean? I know a lot of you guys scared of that water in the pool. You be one of those people who is like dipping his toe into the pool like, I'm just testing the water. Don't test the waters, bro. Don't test the waters. It's a myth. It's a myth for procrastination. If you want to, somebody who says that they're, oh man, is my focus messed up? Damn, don't mess up my focus, blood. Anyways, somebody who wants to procrastinate will lie to themselves that they're just testing the waters. No, I put myself in that fear, in that water, straight up. No procrastination. Then, once I started doing that, I remember the technique that I'd had on some YouTube channel, I don't even know who it was, talking about that you should write down names whenever you meet people. So I started to write down names of people who I was actually meeting, the friends that I was actually making in Mombasa. I literally have a list of these names. Let me show you, bro. I don't like to just cap. I don't like to just talk. You get what I'm saying? Let me show you folk. So it's here. You can see here, literally in my notes. If you see properly, I don't even know if you can see anything, but I have here like Thursday. I have the names of the people I met on Thursday. I have the names of the people I met on Saturday. I have the names of the people I met. Literally every day I was writing down names. Wednesday, Tuesday. All of them add up to about like 30 names plus. But the reason why I titled this video, me approaching 100 strangers, is because I literally approached more than 100 strangers, like more than 100 people I spoke to. It's only these 30 people are the ones who actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, actually made a bond with me. These are the people who I actually made a bond with. You feel what I'm saying? So I wrote down all these names, and this helped me remember their names. Whenever I would meet them again, I call them by their names, and people love that, bro. People love being called by their names. Somebody's name is the most important word in the dictionary to them. Always remember that, bro. Call upon somebody's name. Have you guys ever noticed, like in horror movies, where it's like when things are going wrong, and like in these paranormal horror movies where it's like somebody getting demon possessed or something like that? Have you ever noticed that usually when they want to cast out the demon, they call it by its name? They're like, Baphomet, get out of this woman in Jesus' name. Get out of this woman, Baphomet. Get out of this woman. That's just the white version of exorcism. But in Africa, it's, hey, Babatunde, the spirit of Babatunde, get out of this man. Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. It's different in different cultures. But basically, when you call upon somebody's name, that is kind of like a weakness. It's like their weak point. It's what makes them submit to you easily. Right? It's what gets their attention. If you want to call upon somebody's, upon somebody's attention, if somebody's not paying attention to you, you can just say their name. So starting your conversations with somebody's name is a hack. So that's why I wrote down all these names, so that I could literally just like call them by their names. Whenever I meet them, I just say their names. And it's a hack. Trust me, it's a hack. So you need to do it as well. All right? Don't be the kind of person who forgets names. That's always lame. That's always me. I always forget names. That's why I wrote down. That was a hack for me to stop forgetting the names. Literally. That's why I wrote down all these names so that I couldn't forget them. Now, the next thing I did was eventually I became numb to the fear. Right? I told you guys I warmed up. I became numb to the fear. I stopped being afraid. I stopped being afraid of walking up to people. Nah, I just became like, I don't even know how to explain it. God level, God tier. Just like walking up to Shorty, just boom. Like, yo, what's up? Greeting people, just randomly walking up to people. It was like scary for the people who I was around. They're just seeing me just walking around, walking to people. I could see it on their faces. They're like, what? What's going on? I just walk and I just start talking to this couple. I walk and I just go start talking to this family. And I start making jokes with this family. I start making jokes with this woman. I start talking about this with this guy. I lost my old identity. I just let go of all that. And I started to approach like fearlessly. I became so confident. So this mostly happened because I was putting in the reps. This is why I always tell you guys, put in the damn reps, bro. There is no tips and tricks. There is no book. There is no mentorship. There's no podcast that will help you boost your confidence skills and your social skills more than just putting in the damn reps. It's the best philosophy that you can ever live by. Just put in the damn reps, bro. Then eventually, my aura, because of this, my aura was on fire and people started admiring me, bro. I was moving around and I felt like I was lively, I was alive. And people could feel this energy, literally. I was walking into the most popular restaurant in the coast there in Mombasa. And all the people, like, almost everyone was staring at me. I usually would have to exaggerate this, but right now, trust me, I am not exaggerating. Everyone was staring at me. Almost everyone. Like, literally, the cooks were staring. I could see them. Usually it's just like something that you don't notice, but this time I noticed it. It was so obvious. The cooks were staring. The ladies, all of them, whispering to each other. The men staring with bad looks. It's only the women who are staring with good looks. All the men staring, bad looks. I could feel the energy. I could feel the aura that was getting off me. But this is because I had accumulated all this energy from being social, for putting myself into these difficult situations of talking to strangers, all that stuff. This boosts your aura as well, bro. People can smell it off you when you have. It makes you confident. It even removes the element of you being needy. Whenever you're around women, women can feel it. Oh, this guy is not needy, and they even like you more like that. He's not needy because they can feel it. And they don't even know that the reason why you're not needy is because you've spoken to so many people. You've become numb to it. Your aura is awing. You feel me? So, all in all, I learned a lot of lessons. In this short amount of time. The biggest one is, of course, putting in the reps. Putting the reps has taught me so much. It's also within the conversations, I also learned a lot of lessons. Like, for example, I'm talking about ways that you can handle people. You know what I mean? Handling strangers, how different people from different cultures behave. Because I met a lot of people. At the coastal area, it's mostly foreigners who stay there. There are a lot of foreigners. So I met a lot of guys from the Netherlands. I met a family from the Netherlands. I met some people from Switzerland. Mostly Europeans be coming to this place. I think because it's because it's a hot place and Europe is like cold. That's what I assume. But many Europeans were there. Most of them were just like foreigners. So meeting all these foreigners has shown me like how different cultures behave, how different people behave. And subconsciously, I've learned a lot of subconscious lessons. I'm talking about the lessons that be at the back of your mind that you can't really air out. Like, for example, how they actually behave, the way they talk, understanding the different languages, the different accents, understanding the different customs. Oh, this guy likes beer. Also, this place likes beer. These people like beer. You know what I mean? All these things that happen in the background, these are lessons that I learned. I learned so many lessons. So many. And I owe it to speaking to that many people in that short amount of time. So if you want to speed up your confidence, you should go out and speak to as many people as you can in the shortest period of time. Set yourself a challenge, right? Set yourself a challenge to speak to as many people as you can. But if you want to do it in only 90 days, you can come and work with me and I'll help you boost your confidence. Only 90 days. Only 90 days. You can use the top link in the description to work with me. Now, we've come to the end of the video, bro. If you actually got value from this video, bro, and you've not been staring at my chest that's pumped and my arms that are jacked the back, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how they'll be looking at my back, you're not even behind me. But hit that like button if you got value. And also subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be uploading every 2 to 3 days. Literally 2 days. Every 2 days, I think. I'll be uploading videos here on this channel on how you can become more confident, boost your social skills, become the social magnet that you've always wanted to be. Right? Tune in. Peace.